Hi, welcome to the Pink Moon Tarot. I'm Nikki, the Pink Moon Tarotist, and I'm here to give a general reading for the month of December for the Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus sign of Scorpio. Now, as I say, these are general readings, so not everything will resonate with you, so please do feel free to pick up anything that does and leave the rest behind. And if you know your Moon, your Rising or your Venus, then those will all be linked in the description box below, so you can always go and check those ones out. Today I'm going to be using the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid, and this is a tarot deck that you only read in the upright, so I just thought it would be a nice way to end the year with a positive reading. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a croaky throat today. If you would like to work with me, if you'd like a private reading, you can always contact me via my website, which is also linked in the description box below, as are the ways that you can keep in touch with me on social media. And while I prepare your deck, if I could ask you to please like, share and subscribe to the channel, that would be very much appreciated. Your support is truly appreciated, as it helps me to grow as a channel and get my messages seen by those that may need to see them. So without further ado, let's find out what is going on with Scorpio. Ooh, nice start. Okay. Scorpio, December 2021. What do they need to know, please? Thank you. Ooh, interesting. I'm sorry if I keep clearing my throat, by the way. It is very croaky. Interesting. It was far too many, but I will take the first one that flipped. Ooh, nice. Glad I took that one. And what is the overall energy for my lovely Scorpios for the month of December, please? There's the overall energy card. Oh, okay, you get two. A lot of you have had two this time round, which is quite amusing, but anyway. Oh, Scorpio. Okay, so your overall energy cards, like I say, you have two. And they make a great deal of sense together, and you'll see why in a moment. The first one you have is the Temptation card. Now, the Temptation card, I believe in this deck, the Temptation card represents the devil. So it's the same kind of, I can't think, I was going to say atmosphere. You know what I mean. It's the same kind of feeling that the devil card has. So it is to do with those temptations, those things that pull us in directions that we really shouldn't be going in. But, you know, temptation is as temptation does. It tempts us. And sometimes we may do things that are not particularly good for us, not particularly helpful towards us, but they kind of feel good at the time, or they may be just a pattern that we're stuck in. You know, it can talk through addictions, and addictions can be anything. It can be an addiction to a behavior pattern, an addiction to an unhealthy relationship, you know, a codependent relationship. It's those areas of your life where you're doing things that are not healthy for you, not good for you. And to really, this month, take a look at those and be completely honest with yourself. Because the other card that came out with temptation was the Queen of Air. Now, the Queen of Air, she's the Queen of Swords. In Colette Baron Reid's deck, she refers to each of the suits as the element rather than the symbol. So instead of swords, it's air, and then instead of pentacles, wands and cups, you have earth, fire and water. So just to let you know, I may call them by the other name at times, but just to let you know in advance. So anyway, sorry, I diverse. The Queen of Air, she is the truth seeker and the truth teller. And she will tell you it like it is. Okay, so if you have someone like this in your life, please listen to them. Because if you're doing something that is very unhealthy for you, and you're being told by someone, and it doesn't have to be a female, it can be a male, it's just that feminine energy of just that knowing, that understanding, that getting it, you know. Feminine energy is a little bit more nurturing, a little bit more caring. It's not quite so blunt and abrupt, but if she needs to be, she will be blunt and abrupt with you. Don't take offense. Just listen to what she's saying, because she's probably got some really good insight into what's going on with this. Okay. And considering what your middle card is, I think you're really going to need to listen to this person. Okay. So the Queen of Air as well, she is a person who is wise. She has knowledge. She has wisdom. You know, this is represented with the owl here, which I always find really funny because owls are actually notoriously thick, but they always, always represent wisdom. But anyway, that's my own little thing. It makes me giggle. You know, she is a leader because she is the queen. So she is someone who has that authority. It's not, you know, not somebody that you maybe wouldn't listen to because they don't carry any weight with you. Although having said that, sometimes the truth comes from out of the mouths of babes, and we know that. You know, any parent out there will know that sometimes your kids can say things and it makes you go, ooh, that was a bit close to the bone. So yeah, you can always rely on children for brutal honesty. But the queen herself, she is that knowledgeable, intuitive. She has that caring nature because she is the queen. You know, and that's that feminine energy, like I was saying. And but she will tell you it like it is. She will tell you the truth. So if you have someone in your life like this that tells you something, listen to them. That's the message. This month, that's something you need to be looking out for, okay? Okay, so then we go on to the reading. And we have the King of Fire, or the King of Wands, as he would be known, is your first card out here. And this is a beautiful energy. The King of Fire, you know, he is strong, he is dynamic, he is quite determined. He has that beautiful creative energy about him. So this is an energy that I see surrounding you at the moment, and a reminder to say yes to what is good for you. Can you see behind the king here? There is the sun. And again, whether it's a king or a queen, it doesn't mean it's a man or a woman. It just means that masculine or feminine energy. So whenever I say he or she, I'm referring to the either the picture on the card or the masculine or feminine energy. And that's all it is. We all have both energies within us. So you can take from this what works for you, whether you're female or male or undecided. So the sun behind the king here shows that positive masculine energy again. He's a very masculine energy person, this one. Very, like I say, very dynamic and strong. But the sun is also that illumination, that seeing the truth, seeing and understanding what's going on. And also it's the card of say yes. Now, obviously we don't want to be saying yes to temptation unless it's a good temptation. Temptation's not always bad, but there is something that you need to be saying yes to, but it needs to be something that you are felt drawn to by your heart. It's a heart-led decision here, okay? This is about you igniting that fire within you. And I find that really beautiful. I'm going to go downwards with this because it makes sense to me to do this in this particular reading. It makes sense to me to that you are embarking on a month of igniting that passion within you, igniting that fire within you. But even more than just an ignition, it's like a full on, it's the king here. You know, we're not talking the page getting the fire started. We're not talking the knight, you know, carrying the torch. We are talking the king. Boom, here it is, full on, heart-led, strong, dynamic, creative, positive energy, okay? And it's beautiful. Underneath that king, we have the Hierophant. Now, when the Hierophant in this deck shows up, it's a reminder to keep up with your spiritual practice, okay? Whether that is praying, meditating, affirmations, or a combination of all of those. You know, it's keep that connection with your spiritual side to enhance that creative energy, that positive energy, that say yes energy, okay? And also, if you are keeping up with your spiritual practice and you are investing in your manifestations, you know, in what you want, then and you're actually putting that out to the universe in a very spiritual way, then you are more likely to receive it. It's a very, very positive energy. It's really good. And I know I don't sound like I'm very excited right now, but that's because I'm just woken up this morning full of cold and a sore throat. So I'm sorry if I sound a bit flat and if I keep sniffing. And underneath that, we then have the Hanged Man. Now, the Hanged Man puts himself into suspension. The reason they do that is so that they can see the world from a different perspective, or they can see a problem from a different perspective. It's about lighting up that crown chakra. So again, it's very connected. These three are so connected to one another here. You know, this saying yes, this sun, this heart-led, the spiritual aspects, and then the viewing things from a different perspective. You've got the yin and the yang here with the moon and the sun. You know, it's the seen and the unseen, but it's about you taking control by taking a step back, okay? And I get the feeling that that may have something to do with this, whatever this is that you are tempted to do, whether it's down talking to yourself, whether it's looking at others with jealousy, whether it is, you know, overindulging. You know, it's the holiday season. We all overindulge in the holiday season. You know, don't beat yourself up for it, but you know, just take a look at what area of your life you are being tempted to self-destruct. That's the thing. Don't be tempted to self-destruct. This is about you regaining that perspective, regaining your authority, regaining your passion. And, you know, that is done through the Hierophant energy of spiritual practice, you know, and the Hanged Man of taking a step back to, so that you can look at things with clear vision. That's what's coming through right now with those three cards. It's clear vision. And that's really interesting and really, really important. Really important. But it's so positive and so, like, you don't even realize how great you are and how great you can be. Okay, next to the King of Fire, we have the Page of Air. Now, the Page of Air, you know, air energy is to do with communication and knowledge and wisdom. And the Page of Air is new communication. So you may find some new communication coming in. Now, this new communication may leave you feeling a little bit discombobulated, you know, because underneath that we have the Five of Water, and I'll explain what that means in a moment. But it can also be a very positive communication. It depends how you perceive it. Perception is everything. So this Page of Air is sandwiched between two kings. You have the King on Fire king on fire. Oh dear me. The king of fire on one side. He's not on fire, don't worry. And the king of water on the other. And if he was, he could put him out. And in between, you have the page of air. So you have these three very important elements here. You have the creativity, the spark, the fire, the say yes, that energy of go-getting, that gusto. And then you have the air energy, which is the directional energy. You know, the sword energy is the energy that gives things the focus, that gives things the direction, because it is knowledge, it is communication, it is direction. And this king of water here, this, you know, you Scorpio, you're a water sign. So this is you, the king of water here. So the king of fire is sending you a message. So pay attention to that message. You're really getting, I'm getting an awful lot of, yeah, we get it. All that's coming into my head at the moment is pay attention, pay attention. It's really important. And I don't know why, and I don't know what you need to pay attention to, because these are general readings. This is just for the sign of Scorpio. This isn't one person that I'm directing this to. But there is something that you need to pay attention to. And the king of water, you know, he is love. He is go with the flow. He is very calm and very caring, but he's also extraordinarily intuitive. And this is something that you need this month. You need that intuition. You need to trust that intuition, which is where your keeping up your spiritual practice is going to be important, and taking that step back to look at things from, you know, from a different angle and just look at that bigger picture. So there is something here that needs to be that needs to be listened to, that you need to pay attention to, and you need to be trusting your intuition here, because there is a message coming through for you. There is something that you are going to hear, see, or experience that is coming through for you that you need to pay attention to. Okay? So trust your intuition. When it happens, don't ignore it. And try to not push against stuff, but to go with the flow. So even if it's something that is not great, like, I'm going to take an extreme example, and please don't think for one moment that any of you are going to get this. But say you have a health scare and you think, well, I don't want to go with that. I don't want to be ill. I don't want to feel poorly. I don't want to, you know, have scary health issues. But when you have a scare, it's a reminder, for example, it's a reminder to take better care of your health. Okay, so it's a reminder to make those changes. So it's understanding what comes in, what you see, what you feel, what you experience. It's understanding that and then relating it, and not trying to fight against it in a negative way. Obviously, you want to fight against having health issues, but you want to do that in a positive way. And don't think of it as fighting, but think of it as being proactive. Does that make sense? I hope so. I intend that it does. Okay. And in the middle of the reading here, we have the Five of Water. Now, the Five of Water, you know, this is the card of, you may have lost something. You may have experienced a bit of hurt, a bit of upset, you know, a bit of things not working out the way you want them to. And this is coloring everything at the moment, because it's in the center. And if you've watched me before, you will know that my center card for me is the card that has its fingers on all the rest. But don't live your life in a state of regret, which is what the Five is. Sorry about that, Scorpio. I had to pause the video because the postman arrived. It always comes in the middle of one of the videos. Anyway, as I was saying, so this card in the center, you know, it feeds all the others. And so there is something that you are feeling regret about. You know, the Five of Water, the Five of Cups is spilt regret. It's something that you are feeling like you've been denied, or it's, you know, I always say it's the shoulda, woulda, coulda. And the shoulda, woulda, couldas are really dangerous because, you know, you can't go back and change time. You can't actually physically undo something that you have done in the past or do something that you have not done in the past. All you can do is correct your behavior and your the way that you're approaching things from this point forwards, you know. So taking that positive action towards what it is you should have done or wish you'd done. But, you know, if it's like, well, I wish I'd, I don't know, I wish I'd taken a trip around the world when I was young. It's, you know, it's never too late to take a trip around the world, but you can't be young again. It's that kind of thing, okay? So don't let that color everything, because it is in the center there. There is that, I wish I'd done something, or I wish I'd not done something energy that is affecting. And I think that is what is tied in with this. It's that temptation to stay the victim, to stay in that old story, to have that victim consciousness, that woe is me consciousness. And that's not healthy, especially when you have so much positivity around you. So don't let that kind of be like the black sap that goes into everything and makes everything not great. Okay? Okay. And it may be something that you hear that triggers that. We all have triggers. You know, every single one of us has triggers, and you may get triggered this month, but don't let it affect you, is what I'm saying. We then next to that have the Three of Earth, and the Three of Earth, you know, it is that grounded energy, that building, creating, developing something. Earth is a great energy for countering that Five of Water. It's a really good energy, and this is the card of cooperation, working with others to create something wonderful. And those others, in your case, I would stake a lot on this one. In your case, those others are your spiritual team. These two are sandwiching this. Work with your spiritual team to negate that sense of loss, that sense of regret, that sense of something that didn't go the way you wanted it to go. And you will find that you feel so much more empowered, so much better about it. And also taking that look at things from a different perspective. Because you've got the messenger of, or the Page of Water here, which is the message of love. You know, this is a reminder, love yourself, okay? This isn't a romantic thing, but the Page is very youthful energy. Oh, okay. Your inner child needs you. That's it. Your inner child needs you. Love them. Show them the respect, the care, and the love that they need. Your inner child needs you. They need nurturing. They need caring for. Ooh. Oh, I just felt... yeah. Yeah, it's important. There's a lot of important stuff for you this month, my lovely Scorpios. Wowzers. Whew. Yeah. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune. Or Fortune's Wheel, as it's called in this case. And that's incredible. So you have you do have this stuff to work through here this month. You do have this little piece of you that you're damaging yourself in some way. And you need to love yourself and work with your spiritual team and let go of that pain and that addiction to that pain. And really, because there's so much around you and you can't even see it. So open your eyes, and open your heart. And then the fortune's wheel, this shows me fortune is in your favor right now, coming towards the end of the month, going into the new year. Sorry, I'm just having a good look at the card because, okay, thank you. They're pointing out to me in the center here, we have the sun and the moon. It's that yin and that yang energy again, that masculine and that feminine energy once again. And it's about that balance. And, wheels keep turning. So what you need to decide is, are you going to go into 2022 repeating the same cycle that you've had throughout 2021? Or are you going to make that shift, turn that cog slightly, and go into 2022 with so much more positivity and success and an anticipation of how life can be? Are you going to hit the ground running, or are you going to kind of crawl over the finish line? It's a beautiful, beautiful energy to finish with here, this Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, and fortune is in your favor. That's what I'm getting. You can do it. You can do it, Scorpio. Ooh, okay. I am going to take a Work Your Light Oracle because I feel there is a lot of spiritual stuff going on here, and these have quite spiritual messages. Thank you. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Okay. That's very interesting because you have the Hanged Man who puts himself into suspension, that literal breakaway, that step away from things. And your temptation may actually be to just keep working, keep working, keep working, keep working. Do you feel defined by your work and your work ethic? Take a break. Get off the treadmill. I like that. And it's a good time to do that as well because it is the holiday season. So, just saying, it's a good time. Okay, let's take a Wisdom of the Oracle. As to my lovely Scorpio's need, thank you. Yeah, and I feel this massively, massively. You are poised. You are poised, which means you are on the precipice. It's like ready. Getting ready to be ready to be ready, as Abraham would say. It's, yeah. Keep your composure here. But you are poised, ready to go. I love that. Look how beautiful this is as well. Try not to get the window in it. Okay, I'm getting the urge to give you a Starseed Oracle card. Goodness me, I haven't used these for a long, long time, so must be something. Not because of any particular reason. I love these cards. They're beautiful, but I don't reach for them as often as I thought I should. Or thought I would, rather. Not thought I should. Okay, so Scorpio, what do they need to know, please? Oof. And if you do resonate with this and you want to delve deeper, you can always contact me for a personal reading. Like I say, the links are in the description box below. Oh, yes, the 7 star sisters, birthing creation's tapestry of life expression. So there is something that is in the cosmos that is being birthed through you, with you. And yeah, it is that tapestry of life. It's woven in there. And you need to be aware of your mission, of what you're here for, and how you're expressing yourself. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's take a wisdom of the hidden realms. Thank you. I'm not surprised to see this one. So we have the Dragon's Jewel, the inner conflict, morality, conscious choice. Yeah, that goes back to that temptation card, back to that 5 of water. There is something that is going on within you, my lovely Scorpios, which is just twisting your brain and possibly pulling on your morality here. You need to make a conscious choice, okay? And you can do it. You can. You absolutely can. And it'll be good. It'll be good for you because fortune is in your favor. It's a good month for you. It's a deep month, but it's a good way to end. It's a really good way to end the year because you are ending the year clearing out the crap. Excuse my language, but you're clearing it out. You're getting rid of that negativity. So work with that, work with your divine team and make sure that you go into 2022 like, here I am, this is me, you know? Okay, I don't know if they want you to have one of these. Do you have anything for my lovely Scorpios? Yes, thank you. Thank you. Explore your options. There's a definite theme here, Scorpio. Explore your options. It's time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make changes. Okay. This message is very clear. Whether you're understanding it or not, I don't know, but it's a very clear message. There is something you need to change. I'm going to give you a healing card. Let's have healing with the fairies, please. My lovely Scorpios. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so some of you may be looking at a new location. This can be a new job, a new home, or just a new spiritual location, to be quite honest with you. New location can mean different things to different people. So, yeah, there is some healing to be done to get to that new location. Okay. Let's take a healing with the angels. I feel like we need one. Thank you. Yeah, and we go back to that King of Fire. Please do not forget this, and thank you for reminding me. Ideas and inspiration. This is what this month is going to be full of. So don't negate that, okay? You're going to get that inspiration. You're going to get those ideas. The stuff is coming into you. And what I'm saying with all of this is pay attention to it. Pay attention to what feels right, what feels good, and what you know intuitively is what you need to do. because that it's a really kind of, it's a really connected month if you connect. And that's beautiful. That's a beautiful energy. And to end the year with fortune in your favor, you know, with the wheel turning into that new year, with all this positivity surrounding you, all this new energy that you can garner from the new ideas, the new inspiration, the letting go of the old, and releasing yourself from fear and anxiety and senses of loss and senses of regret, and, you know, just let that go. Leave that in 2021. Don't take that into 2022. Oh, Scorpio, wowza. What a month. My goodness me. And it's a good one. Please don't think that it's a bad one. It's a good one, okay? It's really, really good. It's amazing, actually. I'm just a little bit like overwhelmed, you know. But it's good. It's good. It's so positive. The energy here is positive. The energy is the energy of your spiritual team is really just, they are just calling out to you and saying, listen to us. We want to help you. We have messages for you. We have information for you. Please listen to us. Please connect with us. Yeah. Okay, until next time, please do remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Have a wonderful holiday season. Happy holidays to you all. And if you want to get in touch for a private reading, then you can contact me via the website that's linked in the description box below. But until next time, happy holidays. Namaste.